Welcome to the simulation area of Amarillo College. We're in Jones Hall on the 3rd floor. We're in room 326 in the back of the NRC. I'm going to start out at the first door. We're going to take a walk through. The first room that you see right in front of us is 326C. That is our room that we have designated for Noel and baby Hal. As you can see, it's a fairly large room. We have our monitors, we have a bed, and we also have the equipment needed for our simulated childbirth. And our baby Hal's there. He's our simulator that we use after the birthing. The one thing I want to point out for all of our mannequins is that we need to always wear gloves. Never use an ink pen in the room. For once you mark the mannequin with an ink pen, it's like a permanent tattoo and we can't get it off. And if you have betadine like in a Foley kit or anything like that, please don't apply any betadine. Just set that aside because the betadine will make them a permanent yellow color. We have a sink in every room. And beside that sink, you will see that we have gloves and we have a sharp container for all sharps. There is a soap dispenser, and we always want you to wash your hands. And that will be mandatory for touching all mannequins. And it's also good practice when you're with the patient too. Now let's leave this room. And we're going to come to our next room, which is going to be 326A. After every simulation, we always gather everybody that was in the simulation group and sometimes other people that we call observers, and we go to a debriefing area, and we have 3 designated debriefing areas in the simulation lab. They have a computer in it with a large screen, and in this large screen we can actually project the simulations live, or we can record the simulations and actually view them in small segments during our debriefing time. Let's go back to our next room. Our next room we're going to look at is called the control room. Now this is where the brains of all the equipment are. We have a computer system for each group. This one that you're looking at right now is for Noelle, and we can see exactly what's on the monitors in the room on these monitors, and we can control what she does. We can speak for her, and we can change her vital signs and do any of her high fidelity activities. The second one over here is the Sim Baby room, and we have a monitor that we can see what's going on in the room. We have speakers, a microphone, and we actually can control the Sim Baby. And we can also put our mid-fidelities in the rooms and control those too with some added equipment. And then this next set is the Sim Man's group, and it's basically the same thing. The computer software is a little bit different, but basically the same. As you can see, we can see out our curtains, so we can close that for people can't see what we're doing, or we can keep it open for we can see. When we come back out to our next room, you might note that when you get into the room, let's go ahead and go to our Sim Baby room. I've got it set up for the Sim Baby, plus we also have a mid-fidelity mannequin here. We use our mid-fidelity mannequins. Sometimes we have more than one simulation going at a time doing the same scenario. But you notice that we have windows here, and if we had the curtains open, that you would tell that you can't see out the windows from the room. And that keeps the people that are in the simulation from being distracted and staying in the scenario. This room is set up basically like the one you just previously seen. We have sharp containers, gloves. We do try to keep stethoscopes in the room, and a lot of times we'll write on the boards special information. Right now we have a place where you can write a doctor's phone number for the students can call for added orders, for clarification of orders. And we also have areas where we leave medications, and right here at the sink we have some medications and some syringes. Let's continue on. We got one more simulation room. We have 3 altogether. This next room is the 3G SINMAN room. Now he's all ready for a simulation. He's got his monitor going, and he's already got an IV attached. He has oxygen on the head wall, and he has a suction machine. They're not attached to him right now, but they can be used in the simulation. We try to have the equipment available in the rooms during the simulations. That way you won't have to leave the rooms. We've been discussing maybe even having a central supply and a pharmacy area outside the rooms, but we'll let you know before your simulations what is going on. As you look at this little box over here, this box is designated for syringes and medications, and we try to give everybody a brief orientation to the room before we start each scenario. I hope you have a chance to come and see us and do a simulation, and we're looking forward to having you here.